There's been reaction already from Russia to Biden's comments. Angela, tell us about those.
Yes, so even though Biden has secured from Zelensky an agreement not to use those advanced mid-range rocket systems on Russian territory or targeting Russian interests in their territory, then even so, the deputy Russian foreign minister has been saying this delivery, or this expected delivery, and the general package of military aid announced by the United States is being viewed very negatively in Russia. He says it increases the chances of a US-Russia confrontation. And Interfax news agency, the government-controlled news agency, has been reporting that Russia's nuclear forces have been doing maneuvers outside Moscow. No verification of that, obviously. This against the background of, as we heard, Severodonetsk under siege, 13,000 people left there without much food and water, even though there is still some Ukrainian resistance. Donbass is still very, very important. The Russians hope to eventually have full control of Donbass ahead of any possible negotiations when this war finally comes to an end. Each side is trying to maximize their advantage ahead of any negotiations, and Donbass is the area that Russia has told its own people they are really keen to take.
Angela, I want to ask you about war crimes. And Ukraine's chief prosecutor says it's possible there have been several thousand of them that have been committed by Russians in Ukraine. What steps are being taken at the moment to actually investigate and prosecute these allegations of war crimes?
Yes, the top Ukrainian prosecutor has talked about 15,000 possible reported war crimes. 200 to 300 per day, every day, are being reported. She says there have been 600 suspects reported, and of those, 80 proceedings are now underway. This is a massive task, and the Ukrainians are going about trying to gather testimony, witness reports, and recording everything from people who have been evacuated from key parts of now Russian-held territory, former captives as well. They're noting everything down, recording everything. Of course, Russia will not at the moment cooperate on any such investigations and denies everything. But it's important to have all this down because sometimes these investigations, let alone the trials, can take decades. So once it's all documented, it is there for possible future reference. One of the things concern is being expressed about is the fact that it is such an enormous operation that will Ukraine's justice sector be able to cope? The International Criminal Court is, of course, also involved, even though neither Ukraine or Russia are members. And they've said they're opening a bureau in Ukraine. So that should help. Also, Baltic countries and Slovakia and Poland have offered their help. And one possible avenue for future trials of all this might be if countries with universal jurisdiction, where they can try people outside their own country, if they offer their services for any future trials. So that's one possible avenue which is being considered. This is a massive undertaking. And of course, Russia at the moment denies any war crimes. The accusations are very serious. We're talking about accusations of torture, accusations of killing civilians deliberately, and disabling crucial, important infrastructure deliberately as well.
Angela, thank you. Angela Diffley there.